Tracy's still talking. That's all right, I'm going. All right, the Administration and Finance Committee will come to order, and we have one joint referral of item 12 with Administration and Finance and Public Works. Item 12 is a communication from the Public Works Director regarding the promotion of Don Mollison to Electrical Superintendent.
Move for approval and place on file.
Second.
We have a motion from Alderman Lysick and a second from Alderman Weigel. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 13, communication from the Public Works Director regarding promotion of Brett Wollenzine to Fleet Services Superintendent.
Motion approved.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Keene and a second from Alderman Lysick. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 14, an ordinance to amend the City of West Dallas salary schedule due to the 2020 adopted budget.
I move for approval.
Second.
A motion from Alderman Lysick and a second from Alderman Tenorio. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 15, a resolution to approve the implementation of a pay increase for non-represented employees pursuant to the 2020 adopted budget.
Motion
move-
approved.
Second.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Keene, a second from Alderman Lysick. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 16, resolution to consider purchase of one additional kiosk and service agreement support for the City Hall customer service, Dynatouch Interactive Technologies.
Move for approval. Second.
A motion from Alderman Tenorio and a second from Alderman Weigel. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Alderman Weigel.
so this software support, is that for a year? And I'm just wondering what, do we know? Is that an annual, how much of that is the software, or is that a one-time license fee?
Patrick, do you,
The kiosk?
yeah, do you have a question about the software?
I'm just wondering how much of this price is the hardware versus the software? And I'm sorry, service agreement to support to support it.
The service agreement is around $12,000.
Okay. So we can expect to see that every year going forward?
It's for 2 years.
It's
the
for 2
service.
years?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
$6,000 a year.
Okay.
But after that, we should be up and running and we should be good.
The kinks out of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and I already forgot, do we have a motion?
Yeah, you did.
We do, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And item 17, a communication from the Health Commissioner regarding the request to fill a public health nurse position.
Move for approval.
Second.
A motion from Alderman Lysick and a second from Alderman Weigel. Any discussion? Should we bring Bob up here just to ask questions? I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 18, a communication from the Director of Public Works to approve an exception to the hiring freeze and grant permission to fill 6 vacancies.
Motion approved.
Second.
A motion from Alderwoman Keene and a second from Alderman Lysick. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And item 19, Finance Director, Comptroller submitting report for September 2020. Can I have a motion to place that on file?
So move.
Second.
And we have a motion from Alderman Lysick and a second from Alderman Tenorio. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And item 20 will hold unless we feel like acting on the budget
Move
right
approval.
now. Yeah, right.
As amended, as
We have
amended.
a public hearing. Ms. Grill has indicated, thank you. We have a public hearing coming up in our November meeting. And item 21 is a notice of claim by Joshua Miranda regarding injuries and property damages. And we have a closed session notice on that. So I'm going to hold on to 21 I want to address the remainder of the items on our agenda, and then we'll come back to 21 if no one has any objection. Even though Cale's all ready to go, I'll let you sit down for a second, Cale.
Very good.
Okay. So yeah, can I have a motion to approve the city attorney claim report as recommended in the agenda? So that is for items 22 through 30.
So moved.
Second.
A motion from Alderwoman Keene and a second from Alderman Lysick. Any
Chair.
discussion?
Mr. Chair?
And yes, well, first Alderman Weigel and then City Attorney Decker.
I think item 24, at least in my copy, has a typo. The real estate taxes weren't improved for the year of 2019. They should have been, I assume, levied or assessed. Is that correct?
It might have meant imposed or something along
Imposed,
those
there we go,
lines.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I think as long as we understand what
No, yeah,
what the intent is, I think I'm okay with approving, even if it's improved.
approve, approve,
Yep.
improve.
And Attorney Decker.
Mr. Chair, for items 22 through 30, that's all finalizing certain litigation through settlement or dismissal. Did want to call the committee's attention to items 22, 23, and 24. Those are all related to assessment cases that were filed against the city from the 2019 revaluation. You'll recall the council put a fair amount of money into conducting that entire commercial revaluation of the city. It gave us a lot of good facts and information to defend those values. And so those three cases are actually dismissals by the plaintiffs. The city didn't have to file a dismissal on it. They just simply dismiss it because they realized the facts were not going to play out. So I just want to say that the investment the city made a couple of years ago for that revaluation paid off in these three cases, and has actually paid off in a few other cases as well. So I just wanted to call the committee's attention to that, that the quality of that data was a big factor in those dismissals.
And well done by the City Attorney's Office as well. Okay, so any further discussion for items 22 through 30? Can I have a motion to approve as indicated in the agenda? We have that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Alderman Lysick. And item 31 is our public hearing item, a resolution to approve the year 2021 operating plan for downtown West Dallas Business Improvement
Move
District.
approval.
A motion from Alderman Weigel and a second from Alderman Tenorio. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. All right.
Chair,
Yes, Attorney Decker.
is it the committee's intention to go back to number 21 at this time?
Yes,
I
that's
can-
my intention, unless there's a thought that we could do
Safety and development.
safety and development, and then come back to it once all the committee, that would be the easiest
I
thing
think
for
that's what we should do.
everyone, for our audience, as far as escorting everyone out, bringing everyone back in.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if I may,
Yes,
I'm not sure if a closed session is necessary. It was posted on this agenda to give the committee the option. So I can give you a preview quickly of what was publicly noticed, and that there was a settlement amount of $13,500 proposed for this case. If the committee wants to hear details and more about the litigation, I'm happy to do that in closed session. But if that number, the claim was for a car accident in which this individual was a driver of a vehicle that was rear-ended by one of our vehicles. Those are the factual situation that we're in. If you want to hear more about the legal side of it, I can do it in closed session, but if that's sufficient for the committee, you can take action on it at this time as well. However you'd like to proceed.
and
I move for approval of the claim.
a motion from Alderman Lysick,
Second.
second from Alderman Weigel. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Cale. All right, and so that is the end of our administration and finance agenda. Is there anything else
We
to
adjourn.
properly come before the Administration and Finance Committee? No, we have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
And a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
The Safety and Development Committee will come to order. All members of the committee are present. First item on the agenda is an ordinance to adopt parking restrictions on the east side of the south 120 feet of 1700 block of South 84th Street.
I move approval.
Second.
Been moved by Alderman Haas, seconded by Alderman Weigel. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair?
Alderman
Just for
Weigel.
everyone's edification, this is the 84th Street side, and item 35 is a parallel ordinance regarding the National Avenue side of our skate park.
Skate park, yeah.
What this does is convert the already no parking areas into no stopping, no standing, no waiting tow-away zones. With the ample free time that our citizens have had this summer with the COVID restrictions on recreational activities, the skate park was very, very busy. And one of the complaints that we were getting was people loitering with vehicles in the no parking areas, and then people would come out and chit-chat with them and all that. So this is just another tool for our officers to keep the area clear, and so we're not losing any parking spaces. This just gives them a better enforcement tool, creating it no stopping, no standing, no waiting by our skate park.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item 35 is the ordinance to adopt parking restrictions on the north side of the west 140 feet of...
Second.
300. Been moved by Alderman Haas, seconded by Alderman Weigel. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item 36 on your agenda is an ordinance to make training, counseling, or workforce development facilities operated by a not-for-profit social service organization for the purpose of enabling job and career opportunities to persons with sensory or physical disabilities as a special use in the C3 district.
Move approval.
Second.
It's been moved by Alderman Weigel for approval, seconded by Alderman Haas. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Weigel.
You may note that the Plan Commission recommended denial. I don't know how many of you had a chance to watch the Plan Commission meeting. I did speak to one or two of the Plan Commission members afterwards, and I think they wanted to leave this in our hands. It's not that they were against the change. I think the idea was that this was something that deserved a vote from the council, because it's kind of a policy issue. Obviously, this doesn't change the taxability of the property or anything as it is, because the purchase has already gone through. And I think they'll be a very good fit for the community for the reasons we saw tonight and as we've been seen in the past for this, so.
And Mr. Chair?
Alderman Haas.
And also, just to give a little more background for everybody, what this allows Beyond Vision to do and us to do is to allow them to do their very light manufacturing in that former Sam's Club dark store blighted building. And then we don't run the risk of 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now down the road if the change to manufacturing of a concrete plant, a drop forge, or other nuisance type manufacturing property coming in. This is very narrowly tailored to affect and properly so to affect Beyond Vision and other nonprofits like it.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item 37 on your agenda is a resolution relative to determination of an application for special use for Subway that we had the hearing on tonight, 6736 West Greenfield.
Move approval.
Second.
Been moved by Alderman Weigel, seconded by Alderman Haas. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item 38 on your agenda is a resolution relative to determination of an application for special use permit by Qdoba for a drive-through at their existing restaurant at 2831 South 108th Street.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved by Alderwoman Keene, seconded by Alderman Weigel. Any discussion?
Tenorio.
Oh, Tenorio, I'm sorry. Hard to tell who's speaking with the masks and these things on. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Is there anything else that can come before the committee?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Been moving and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
All right. I'll return it
That's
again.
all.